Hey everyone, this is just for those who haven't watched my channel. This is the Overexplain content. I try to explain in every single detail about what I do. Sometimes I don't talk a lot on stream, but when I do the Overexplains, I talk a ton. If you don't like me talking, you're not going to like this video. But if you like someone just not assuming you know anything, I try and explain everything I possibly can. These are great videos for you. So anyways, this is the list I'm using. I talked about it the previous channel. I had subsidized Serpentine Portals for Blooms. Arm Preventer might get cut back for Second Frostbite again. Something I'm experimenting with. Not sure if I'm a fan of it yet. But anyways, got some of the Overexplains for you. Enjoy. Should I keep Colt? Like their whole hand is spells. I think I'm going to. So Overexplain is basically ooh. Alright, Overexplain game. I will assume you know very little about the game, and I will try to talk through everything. So I could go Lightning Bloom and a minion here, but I'm better off keeping the flexibility of the minions here. Okay, this is actually a really interesting turn. Because we hit the Bolnar here, we could play Bolnar here and Lightning Bloom here. There's actually a lot of plays here, and I'm considering what I want to do here. The negative of going Bolnar here is it could get removed, and we're very sad. But the positive is, yeah, I think I'm gonna go Bolnar here. They often remove it, but the payoff is really good here. I'm not gonna go Lightning Bloom here. I think Lightning Bloom I'd rather keep, but it's yeah. So this is unfortunate. I could have gotten a lot of value here. We also could have gone Lightning Bloom Cold Neophyte and just completely deny this play. I considered I didn't want to do that. Okay, we just hit freaking Brilliant Macaw, which now we can just wreck weapons. I'm going to go Wind Chill here, even though we lose the damage, because I just want to cycle. They don't have minions to kill, so by doing this, we just draw more cards. So what's nice, though, is we have Viper and we have Macaw. So we can kill two weapons. So it's going to be very, very difficult for our opponent to get the discounts that they want. But they do have Nether, because I told Bruto to put Nether in his deck, which is unfortunate that I'm going to be hurting myself in my... But I kind of wish I hadn't played Bolnar now. So I'm just playing this mainly for tempo. It makes their play awkward as well. But we have... This is the problem with running two Lightning Blooms, is that it's useless when you don't hit something good. So it's really quite a shame that maybe I should have waited on the Bolnar, but it's too late now. Once again, I don't want to use any of these cards. I'm not even sure about the weapon. We could do the weapon, but we don't really need any discounts, and we're not winning fast here. So what I'm going to do is just Hero Power and chill. I could have equipped the weapon, but I'm pretty sure he's running Ooze anyways, and we have so much mana. But I'm just getting ready for him to play the 4-mana weapon, and then I'm going to go Viper. So we can really slow down his win condition here. Now, the easiest way from the win, though, is to go Coin Tamsin here, and then just from there, just win with hero powers, which is unfortunate. This game, we haven't really hit a lot of value. If we hit a multicast, it would be really nice with these cards, but like I said, he's barely playing minions, so it's awkward. Yeah, and he's just removing our board, and like I said, we don't have a lot of value here, so it's kind of awkward. Alright, so something to note is we know he only runs Ticketus, so he has 2 Ticketuses in his hand, which is awkward. Ooh! Alright, chat, change of plans. We're going to start eating Ticketuses. So, we know he only runs Mutinuses and Ticketuses, so I'm going to Lightning Bloom this out. And bam, yummy, yummy Ticketus, get in my belly! So we know this will either eat a Ticketus. Okay. So we know he has 2 more Ticketuses in hand. We already knew that. Still not trading this, but like, this is... We get to eat another Ticketus next turn too. Yeah, oh, okay, we get to Ooze here now.
That was awesome!
Alright, I have the choice here to eat another Ticketus, or it's a weird one. It's a weird one because we could actually do both. We could go this, eat another Ticketus, and then Lightning Bloom out the Viper here. but I actually think, especially with like the Fireheart, I think I'm gonna wait. So I'm gonna do this. Just kill this. It's really annoying for them. Usually the only way they can, like, when they do this is they go Nether. So, and I'm gonna hit here. I'm hoping it goes on the Fireheart. That's excellent. So now if they go coin Nether, we can go for an Instructor Fireheart lethal. All we'll need is 8 damage. It's often he's gonna go coin Nether here. That's like the only, I think, I don't know if he has a good way to deal with a 13-13. I could be wrong here. Okay, this looks like it's probably a win for us. We have devolving missiles, which always, okay. All right, he's just doing damage to this. So all we have to do now is get through this. So we're going to start with devolving. There's a very good chance this just wins. Yep, and that just wins. And that is the Overexplain game.
Wow, well played.
Okay, we're playing druid. Most druids we've been playing against have been not an aggro version. So we would probably keep armor vendor if we thought they were aggro, but it's very unlikely. So we're gonna throw away this whole hand and look for tempo plays. Probably the best card we can hit is Wild Paw Caverns, but just normal 2-drops and a Cold Neophyte can be quite good too. We actually have an interesting dilemma here of like what's the play here. We could do something like weird like Lightning Bloom with Cheaty Snowball Fighter just to get that incremental damage in. We also could go coin Bullner, but I feel like we're better. It's actually really tough here. This is actually such a tough turn one. Because getting this Cheaty Snowball Fighter and like we could combine these on like when we're ahead. Like this is, it's actually so tough here. My instinct is just get down to 3-4 here. I'm gonna do that. By getting this down early, we can just get so much damage in. And hero powering isn't that useful. So, but yeah, this 3-4 can do so much damage just as a turn 1 3-4. So, and I didn't want to play the Boner stuff yet because I wanted to get it with the Cold Neophyte. Now, interestingly enough, okay, so we can now start denying, especially because we hit this Brilliant Macaw here. This Brilliant Macaw's here really nice. But we're actually in a really, this is another really interesting turn. Do we go Wild Paw Caverns or do we go Bolner Cold Neophyte? So the nice thing about going Bolner Cold Neophyte is we deny Overgrowth. But the problem is they can just, it's not a lot of tempo. It kind of is, and then like, do we go Brilliant Macaw the next turn? It's an interesting conundrum here of what the best play is. I kind of like Wild Paw Cavern and then do the Cold Neophyte next turn. With the Brilliant Macaw the fall, I'm gonna go with that. It's certainly nice to deny the Wild Growth, and there's a chance they don't even have Wild Growth here. They have no kept cards, so that is the one thing that is not a guarantee. And when they don't have our sort of Overgrowth, the Bullner Cold Neophyte is insanely good. It pretty much shuts out the game. So if they don't have Overgrowth this game turn, we pretty much win. I don't see how they can come back from the tempo swing, but yeah, like this is just the problem is like when you don't put enough stuff on board, well, you deny them a turn, but it doesn't cost them that much because you're not actually putting a lot of stuff. Where doing this is going to get us, 3/3-4s, and it's delayed, so it's very strong, but it's slow. So like I said, if they don't have Overgrowth here, and the fact that they're thinking so much here, it's very unlikely. I don't know why they tank here. Like I'm slamming Overgrowth with any hand here. What hand, unless you're playing a Glowfly deck and you have Fungal Fortunes, you have Glowfly in your hand, what are they thinking about, So.
Time waits for no one.
Yeah. Is it true that Garrett Rogue is still OP #1? It is true. All right. So now that we've got this continuous string of value coming, now we can go the Boner Cold Neophyte, and it should just frickin' wreck them. This gets double Cold Neophyte, so we go the Boner, it goes Cold Neophyte, and this is going to get us 2 Cold Neophytes. So And then we follow up with Brilliant Macaw next turn, which is going to get us another 2 Cold Neophytes. And they're a spell-based. Now, this is actually the best play they could possibly have here. I honestly forgot about this. This isn't in my autopilot yet. Still probably would have done this play. So now it's a weird one. Do we go the Brilliant Macaw? Or we could go the Multicaster here. But I think just the value of getting the value of getting another Cold Neophyte here is more than drawing cards here. I'm going to start off with a Wind Chill. I'm going to do it on my own. Actually, I don't mind actually when they often kill this, so I'm going to do this first, attack first, and then Wind Chill. I don't value the hero power here. And I'm planning on going Brilliant Macaw, but I'm going to tradable this. Weapon removal is not useful against Druid. And, oh, we hit another one. So now we can keep the Cold Neophyte chain going, which is really good. Yeah, and just Druid is such a spell class. So being able to get these double Cold Neophytes every turn is so difficult for them. So their best play in a spot like this is doing some sort of like playing one of their rush minions and killing off my Bolner. And that's why I froze the Bolner. Sometimes you save it for the flexibility. But now the 1 damage really doesn't matter that much here. But that being said, it's still 1 damage. The reason it's called Overexplain, Matt. All right, it's this level of explanation is not normally warranted. It's exhausting. It's too much. But I'm just giving you every little thing that I possibly can. Oh wow, they're killing this. This is such a misplay. Okay. So I think I want to do another Cold Neophyte. Neophyte just shuts them out of the freaking game. So I'm probably gonna lightly move the Multicaster. With this play they get double Cold Neophyted again, and we should get double Multicaster. So we're gonna do this first. This gets the Cold Neophyte again. It doesn't actually do the Macaw effect, even though that was technical last. So now we have 2 of this. Now this will get us a lot of draw here. This is going to get the draw times twice. The effect stacks because it does the Brilliant Macaw. Yeah, and we hit a lot of stuff. And now we're just going to go face. This is frozen. And there's a spot that even if they somehow like do Lightning Bloom Celestial, which they would never do, like how do they stop this? How do they stop the Colts? How do they stop all this stuff? It's just too tough here. They're locked out. We have a ton of attack on board. And God forbid they create a board. We have Snowfall Guardian. So is there a reason for not double multicasting? Absolutely, there's a reason. Cold Neophyte, way more important than card draw here. If you go, so yeah, we don't want to play multicaster because we will lose the Cold Neophyte effect. And they're dead. Ooh, turn 1 Wild Paw is insane. Reveal guy! Alright, so we're up against a Demon Hunter here. Demon Hunter is most like a Lifesteal Demon Hunter. Probably not. I don't. Probably not. I don't have like. I have a disco outfit, but I think it's in storage. So I'm probably just gonna be wearing something normal. So so getting out this Wild Paw Cavern real fast is insanely good. Now they're not Lifesteal DH, but it's still really good. It's just so much tempo, so fast. You get a 3/4 like every turn, and it's gonna freeze them, so it's gonna negate the power of their hero power. So this can just do massive amounts of damage. It's also nice that this conveniently times. So on turn 3, we'll play this, and we can potentially do 12 damage to their face. So just a very powerful start. This start is like one of the reasons that I'm starting to get convinced that Lightning Bloom might be better than Serpentine Portal. So now this last turn we were overloaded. Oh, Chad, I got freaking baited. Okay, so they're a rogue. Wow. Chat, I'm astonished. Alright, so I have interesting choices here. I think I'm going to go the Auctioneer Gavel and clear this. We could go Shaniti's Show Battle and play on curve. It's actually very reasonable. But they could Shadow Step this again, which is annoying. So I think I'm just going to kill this off. Sometimes it hits this, which has been good for us because we could have tempoed it out, but...
You can't tell
I really hope they don't nerf Wildpaw Cavern. I'd rather nerf something else. Nerfing Wildpaw Cavern just puts the game in the wrong direction. It puts the game in let's keep solitaire, like, which I really hate. So just a terrible... Alright, so here this is interesting. I think I just want to like control the board here and play these two Sleep Breakers. I'm going to play the two Sleep Breakers first here. This makes it so when I weapon hit their 3-2, it's likely to land on one of these, and I would actually like it to land on Snowfall Guardian, because then I can combo it with Cheaty. Now, unfortunately, it did land on my multicaster, and I'm going to trade there. I could go face there, but I think trading is fine. It protects these 3-2s.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Ooh, that's a lot of tempo. Alright, this is an interesting conundrum. Because I could do some sort of Snowfall Guardian. This is tough, but I think I want to just do a Cheaty Snowblier play. I'm going to Wind Chill this first. And it does the damage here, and I'm going to Wind Chill this. They froze this minion last turn, so I think I'm just going to leave it on board here. We get to go Starfall the next turn. And I'm just going to go double face here. They have to remove. Now, they could Shadow Step this and punish us, but they've already used one Shadow Step, which reduces the likelihood of that. And if they do that, we still can just board lock them, which puts them in a very tough situation here.
Give me that.
Okay.
Not what I want.
All right, chat. I'm just gonna go Snowfall Guardian. This sets us up to go Macaw next turn. I should Hero Power first. I almost forgot. This freezing the totem doesn't really matter. This gets us an additional +1/+1 on our Snowfall Guardian. So we will likely follow up with Brilliant Macaw next turn, and then we could do some sort of Munis play, but I don't think their deck has very good Munis targets. But yeah, Macaw plus Wildpaw Cavern, really good next turn. Puts us in a very strong position to win the game. We're doing lots of damage. Their minions are frozen. They're out of cards. Yeah, just a lot of good stuff going for us. Well, of course they have this broken. Chad, justify this card other than it makes this deck that our opponent's playing remotely playable. I get it, but still. Alright, I think I just want to do the Brilliant Macaw here. This allows us to go the Wildpaw Cavern as well, which I prefer here. So I'm going to do this. And getting gets us this Wildpaw Cavern. The order doesn't actually matter, but this does freeze this, and gets us this 3/4. So right now we've played, to note, a Frost spell and a Nature spell. So multicaster draws 2 cards. We're often just trying to draw cards, but yeah, we're hoping that they just Unlike Garrett Rogue, they just don't have the same level of broken plays. This is a good card though, and it's definitely very annoying here. Okay. The big negative of, I think, doing this play is it gives information. Our opponent knows we have Snowfall Guardian in hand, so, but yeah. I think next turn we go multicaster first into Snowfall. This enables that if our multicaster draws us a Brilliant Macaw on turn 9, we can go the Hear
that sizzle?
So they're putting a lot of stuff on board, which is kind of weird. I don't know if they have a way they can set up a lethal here, but I think they might have forgotten that we have Snowfall Guardian in hand. But yeah, I'm gonna go multicaster here. This draws us. There's a case for me doing the other order, but I'm gonna go and this. This draws us 2 cards. We hit Brucon, which is actually pretty good. We're not gonna use it this turn. We're just going to go Snowfall Guardian, freeze their board. So if we don't have like a lethal next turn, so Battlegrounds Battlemaster, for example, would draw us a lethal. We can just go a real casual Snowfall Guardian, which will clear their board, heal us, like put us in a very strong winning position. So like we don't necessarily need to just kill them. So right now we have 13 damage on board. This is 19. This is 19 and this is 22. So we're 1 off lethal currently. So we could, in theory, draw like a lethal top deck, but we didn't. So I think we just go with the boring play, but I might freeze this first. I'm trying to think. We could hit Battlegrounds Battlemaster, so I'm going to freeze this first here, chat. Oh, we could just go second Snowfall Guardian here. I'm trying to think what's safer here. It's a weird one, because I think the way we get scammed here is with some, but we could do an armor vendor play, but I think this is the safer play. This play definitely probably wins here, but I think this is the most winning line. I'm not sure though, so I'm gonna do this. This kills their board, and because I think we're so ahead here, I'm just gonna go heal 6 to all friendly characters here. Like I said, I think this is the safest of the plays. And we're gonna go face. I could consider Lightning Blooming this out. It's actually a very reasonable play. I think I'm actually gonna do that. It's a good amount of tempo here. Yeah, and so this line just feels very, very safe. They've used their scabs. They just don't really have a way to deal with this board. So they need some sort of scam that like I'm not thinking of. So yeah, it looks like they have this Edwin here. This is, I guess, did I actually screw myself by like letting them have both of these on board? I might have. I don't know. I don't think they can get the lethal actually. But we'll see. So let's see if they can pull off the scam of the century, chat. I'm wondering if my play was incorrect here. I'm just amazed by the amount of free mana they're cheating out here, but right now they still don't have enough damage to kill us. Unless they keep getting these things off the top perfectly. Wow. Am I really gonna die here? No way. Okay, they're passaging. Does that make it a 60? Oh my god, chat. Am I gonna die here? Alright, they need like a Wicked Stab off the top. Wait, no, on their Edwin card here. That doesn't do it though. They're off here. So yeah, they missed it. So you can see if we hadn't done that taunt play, we actually lose. So I think in hindsight, the Snowfall Guardian play was the better play because it board locks them and they wouldn't be able to play Smite and this, though they might have been able to kill off. Very close. So that Lightning Bloom 2-drop actually won us the game. Very interesting, right?